anything else. When you're a part of a marginalized group.
What's a marginalized group? What's a marginalized group?
I mean, have you paid attention to America?
Yes.
There are tons of marginalized groups.
Yeah, name me some.
Black people.
Black people not marginalized.
They're absolutely marginalized.
Black people are marginalized?
Yes. Are you kidding? Explain to me how they are not.
Why are they?
Why are they?
No, the black people, when I was born, the person next door was black. He was born too. We grew up together. A very successful businessman. Why do you think he's marginalized?
Successful.
What's that?
When you break it down, it's nice that you had a black friend that was successful, but when you break it down, the overwhelming of black people in this country, they do not have the same opportunities as the white.
Why is that?
Why? I mean, history. Hello, history.
Now, wait a minute. Are you talking about now, whether you're white, black, or yellow, okay, or whatever color, if you quit school, you're going to be marginalized.
I mean, who's saying all the black people are quitting school?
I'm not saying. I'm saying you're talking about.
Into the conversation. I did not say that, sir.
Sir, if you were born black, you had no choice. Did you have a choice of what color you are?
No, nobody has a choice of that.
Then why?
Ills in this country and institutional racism.
But why would I think
you expect people to do when black men are gunned down and choked in the street?
Oh, wait a minute. Now you're jumping the gun. Let me ask you a question. What black person is being shot down that's not resisting arrest? Hello?
I mean, okay, so take it back a second. What do you think black people resist arrest for? Fear of the police.
Let me put it this way. I don't know where they get that fear from. Okay, but the fact of the matter is that if
black people that die.
Well, let me put it this way. If you've got 50 black people dying because they're risking arrest, I'd rather be the one that's not risking arrest and get punched in the nose. But at least I'd be alive and they'd be able to go to the press. Okay? I mean, you cannot resist arrest. If the cop says, put your hand on the steering wheel, you put your hand on the steering wheel. He tells you to put the light on in the car, you put the light in the car. If you grab to the glove compartment, that's a red flag. He doesn't know who this person is, and it doesn't make any difference what color you are.
Okay, so, all right, so let's back it up. You think if you get pulled over, cop pulls you over, comes to the window, sir, could you roll down the window, and you reach out, just out of habit, you go for your insurance, you go for your registration.
No, he's not gonna let you. He's gonna say immediately.
He's not gonna shoot you?
He's gonna tell you. He's not even gonna pull his gun out. And unless you have a red flag, there's no reason for him to pull his gun out, his weapon. He's going to ask you. He's going to ask you probably to get out of the car, depending on why he's calling. If he's stopping you for a broken headlight, okay, at 3:00 in the morning, he's probably looking for probable cause to see if you're selling drugs. Okay, and whatever color you are.
Okay. Whatever color. I mean, I fundamentally disagree with your perspective because you are not a marginalized individual.
Well, the fact of the matter is that the people of color, whatever color, who are coming out of neighborhoods where they don't have the good schools, the parents that are moving and taking them. President Trump put $5 billion in those neighborhoods to get parents to move their kids to another part of the cities and towns to get their kids in good schools. Because the color does not determine intelligence.
That's all a part of the systemic problem with the institutions. You're saying, okay, well, black people need to move out of their areas because they're not good enough. Why is that? You have to address that problem.
No.
You can't just say, well, go to a different school.
Listen, I came from the poorest neighborhood in Woonsocket. We moved to Fairmount.
Sorry.
We moved to Fairmount simply because my mother didn't want to live in that type of neighborhood anymore. with the fights and the problems we had there. With the,
That's fair because, yes, that's the parents' responsibility. Get you out. When I was the girl, I was growing up in Revere. At the age of 9, I had a gun shoved right in my face. But the problem is...
And then your mother should have moved the next day.
Again, where do you just move? You up and move nomadically? Like it's the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl, so we're just going to go west? Like, you make it sound so simple.
So wait a minute now. If you're telling me I came home and I told my mother that somebody put a gun in my face, let me tell you something. We would not be living in that neighborhood too much longer.
Well, again, that's the issue. Like, not all the marginalized have the opportunity to say, okay, we're just going to move because, Sue, you got your face shoved up with a gun.
You realize how many kids, there's a kid yesterday shot at McDonald's, 7 years old, in Chicago. At a McDonald's, 7 years old, dead. Black
I did not
kid.
see that report. That's correct.
A black kid. Chicago, the blacks are killing the blacks are killing the blacks so much that the cops aren't even going in. Let them kill each other. That's Chicago. There's more killings in Chicago. People think, how many black people were shot by cops last year in America?
How many?
27.
That can't be right.
Yes.
But I saw the reports. They're endless.
Homicides.
You need to check your facts on this.
You know what? I will check it. I will check it because I'm repeating what I heard on a show that I watch on television, and in fact it was last night, and it was a professor, and that's her statistics is what she goes by. And she made that, and she clarified it as homicides. Okay? Now the homicide may have meant that they didn't deserve to die. The cop, they're probably the cops in jail who did that. But the fact of the matter is, 99% of the police officers in this country are just like you and me.
Well, okay, well, 99%. What about the 1%? Also, I'd like to ask, where are you getting that 99% figure? Like, you can't say definitively 99% are good people.
Good people make mistakes. I could pull you over as a cop and you give me mouth and be very disrespectful to you and probably use the N-word if I want, okay? And get away with it if nobody's there, okay? It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It means I just lost my temper.
I'm pretty sure that means you're a bad person. I don't know.
Well,
tossing around the N-word all willy-nilly?
Willy-nilly, it's all right to you to say it, but it's not all right for me to say it, right?
No, it's not. Look, do you want to use the N-word? Do you want an N-pass?
No, somebody said that last night on TV. Same thing. Why is it okay for you to say the N-word, but I can't? Oh, it was a judge. A judge said that from the bench. How is it you can say the N-word and I can't? That's what she said. Okay.
Again, well, to bring it back full circle, history is why.
Well, let me ask you. So you feel yourself marginalized? You cannot. You have a good. You have a job. Do you have a job?
I'm marginally employed.
Well, most of America is marginally employed.
Okay, well, what are your statistics? Because my experience, my lived experience says that I've been marginalized.
And do you think that you're marginalized? The income you're getting is based on your color?
No, it's based on my creed.
On your what?
Creed.
Your creed?
Yes.
You lost me. Are you joking me?
Joking? This is a serious conversation.
You're being marginalized because of your creed? You mean like religion?
Do you remember what MLK said. He said, all colors, creeds, and peoples should live together. And that's what I want to do, but I can't because I'm marginalized.
So you can't find a place to live?
Who's saying I'm homeless? I have a home. I crash on couches.
So and you do work.
I do jobs, yes, on the street.
Can you tell me?
But again, that's really all the opportunities to come across my way.
What is your level of education?
I have a bachelor's and master's.
And you can't find a job?
Well, no.
What's a master's in?
Master's is in the economics.
Then why don't you become a police officer?
Why would I become a police officer with a master's in economics?
We have a lot of police officers with master's degrees.
In economics?
In anything. All a degree does is tells you have the ability to learn. That's all a degree tells anybody hiring you. It doesn't mean you're any smarter than anybody else. It tells me that if you've got a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, you have the ability to learn. And I'm going to teach you how to run, how my business runs. I could care less what you learn at school. But you have that ability. You make a good police officer. And first of all, you're female, and you're looking for females. I mean, my gosh, when Socket would hire you in 2 minutes. Take the test.
I think I might have to look. I might try to take the test. Thank you. Thank you. Things are looking up.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Thanks, John.
Bye-bye. No, I don't know if she was pulling my chain, but she was pretty good. Okay? Pretty good, let me tell you. I gotta get this spot in. I'm sorry for the person waiting, but I just don't. It's a long one, too.
At Hunter Insurance, we take pride in taking care of you. We take pride in taking care